Well, Manchester City have appealed and won their right to play in the Champions League next season. Of course, sitting second in the Premier League means that they will be there. They're still in the competition as well. So all of a sudden, things are looking good for City. Michael Bridges and John Aloisi are here alongside me to talk about this one. I mean, this is a huge win, John, for the club in itself, because they were facing such an unknown little period without the carrot of Champions League football, particularly when you consider they're basically set up to play in the Champions League.
Yeah, what a massive win for them, because City are set up to play in the Champions League. They've got the players to do so. They've got one of the best coaches in the world, and you actually want to see them there because of the style of football they play. So it's huge for them. It's huge for the players themselves, who have been through a lot this season, because the unknown about are they going to be able to play in the Champions League next season. But now they finally know, and they'll be looking forward to it.
Bridgie, without having a dossier of their accounts, in terms of the actual crime they've committed, or maybe it's not a crime anymore, of course, do you think it's the fair result, though, given the fact that they have sort of strayed beyond financial fair play and those restrictions, yet will go unpunished ultimately?
Well, John just said they've got the best players in the world, they've got the best manager in the world. Rich, no doubt they've got the best legal team in the world. And fair play, because they've got away with it, and there was a lot of leaked emails came out, so I honestly don't know how they've managed to get away with it. Is it fair? Well, listen, they've won the appeal. There's only one fair thing that City fans will be looking at, but if you have broke the rules, I'm a big believer that you've got to be punished, mate. So I don't know how they've got away with it. They have done. The players will be delighted, the club will be delighted, as will the fans will be around the world, but there'll be a lot of other people going, how has this happened and how has it been allowed to happen? And I'm sure we will be hearing more stories unfold over the next year.
Just a final one, though, on this. I mean, what does it mean for the run-in in the Premier League? Because we thought that the top 5 or 5th place would make the Champions League. Now that's not the case, and all of a sudden you've got 4 teams competing for 2 spots, Johnny. This will be manic, won't it?
It will be. You feel sorry for those clubs, because they would have been dreaming of playing Champions League, thinking that 5th place will actually get them in. But you'd think now that Chelsea and Man United will be favourites then to actually finish in the top 4 and Leicester drop out.
Tough on them, Bridgie, do you think? I mean, or is it not necessarily about those clubs? It's all about Manchester City.
No, it's not about those clubs, Rich. It's about Manchester City. They have got the green light. They've been given the all clear, and they will be delighted, and they'll be looking to obviously strengthen and going forward. So that's massive for them, and they've still got the chance to finish it off and be crowned the champions this season as well in that competition. So let's see what happens.
Scary for every other side, not only in England but also in Europe, because not only can City win this year, they can win next year as well. They can go and arm themselves with great players and build on their good recent form. Manchester City will play in the Champions League next season.